Well, hello there, everybody. We're back here on the reindeer and the red deer grind. Gonna be doing both of them today, starting out with the reindeer. As I have got the setup a little bit better, I've kind of hunted the herds that I want to hunt pretty heavily. Got about 130 kills on them, roughly, give or take a few. And I've got them to a point where we're getting a decent amount of level 3s on the map that I want to keep there. Hope everybody's doing good. Well, my sister was over today, Revive. Nate, thank you so much for the membership. Really appreciate it, dude. Enjoy the green name and chat, special badge icon, all the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access to private Discord channels, one ceiling Discord, YouTube, and access to my scrap content on the channel. Really appreciate it, dude. Hope you're doing great. Hey, Caver. Hey, Owen, Timothy, Tragic, Master Crayfish, Sawyer, Call the Wild Hunting, Eli, Levi, Cody, Diamond, or Turkey Diamond. Tragic, thank you for the 3 months, dude. Really appreciate it. Welcome back. Welcome back, man. Hope you've been doing good. That's a new one. Got a couple 3s over here. Neither of them look to be too big, though, so they get to live. Only killing off the big level 3s. The smaller ones get to stay. Also, we've got a 5 right there. He's one of the 5s that I've managed to get to spawn. We're going to be stacking all of the 5s until we get our map to the point that we want it. That's another 3. Alright, so we got a few to grab real quick. Leave one there, one there. Oh yeah, probably a troll. But they get to live if they're a 5, so we're leaving all 5s, regardless of if they'll troll. Nice, East, that's awesome, dude. How many have I spawned? 4 or 5? I can't remember which one. We've got either 4 or 5 level 5s, though. One or the other. We even have a level 3 somewhere that is so tiny I didn't even realize it was a male at first. This little guy right here. 33 to 113. Gotta be one of the smallest ones I've ever seen playing this game. Absolutely puny level 3. If we could get a bunch of those, I could definitely see that being like a beneficial thing if we can just get a bunch of them to be that small. No, there is no great one for the caribou or the reindeer. We're doing this strictly just to look for super rares. That's another one of the 5s right there. Once again, not... Or no, that's a 4. That's the 5. Okay, so this is a 4. Drop that real quickly. We're gonna have to make a few new tent placement changes as things have moved around a bit. Hey, thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Alright, let's go grab those real quickly. 6 months. Jeez, dude. Nice. Welcome back. 6 months as a member. What's the goal of this grind? Just super rares. And to see how well we can make herd management work with the reindeer. Yeah, Faded, you are. You're still a member. Oh, nice, Revive. That's kind of towards the lower end of what can have 5-star, or what can make 5-star. Nice, Galaxy. Nice. Got 3 piebald moose on my Yukon, 2 level 3s and 1 level 4, went to 258. Nice, dude, that's awesome. You start school tomorrow. Oh no, dude. That's not fun. Well, I mean, it's a part of life regardless. But I never enjoyed it growing up, but unfortunately, it's just one of those things you gotta do. Okay, that 3 right over here. This one's borderline. Like, that one's almost big enough to shoot, but I think I'm going to keep it. This is the second 5 of this area. There should be one more 5 around here. There should be one more level 5. There's a couple 4s. Definitely need to take those down. What am I grinding? We're grinding Reindeer to try and get some super rares. The final goal of this grind will just be to get at least one super rare Reindeer, since they make level 5 pretty often. And if we can use herd management to kind of drive up the average score, I bet we can get it to a point where we get more diamonds than trolls. Which sounds crazy, but we've seen it happen with red deer. We get max weights very commonly. So if we could do that with the reindeer as well, could maybe get them to a point where we've got a decent chance at getting some super rares. Okay, there's the other 5. So this is the other 5. This one actually has a chance of being a diamond. This one right here and the one across definitely can't be. However, this one's got a chance. What's closer, those two or this one? Definitely this one. Oh no, Tragic, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that sounds about right, Newfie. How many diamonds so far? No clue, because we haven't shot them. We've got 4 level 5s on the map, if I'm not mistaken. And we're not going to be shooting any level 5s until we get the herds to the point that we want them. We're basically going to be using the stacked level 5s to kind of drive down the average score of our respawns. And hopefully get as many small level 3s on the map as possible. And some level 2s if we can get some of those to spawn. They're difficult to get to spawn, but if we can get a bunch of them, that's really going to drive down the average score. Like, if we can get ones like this, that's great, you know. We want to see level 3s like that and smaller. The northern, like, swampy area is pretty good to revive. What super rare do I want most? From this grind in particular, I'd say probably a piebald. Because I've already got a piebald super rare caribou. And so if I could get the reindeer as well, that'd be great. That's what I'm hoping for. Honestly, I'm tempted to shoot some of these 3s and try to get even smaller ones to spawn. If there wasn't so much pressure here, I'd do it, but gotta make sure we don't delete the zone by accident. No, and I've never made a video like that because they changed the way some of the perks and stuff work every once in a while, so I don't really make guides on stuff that is changing. And since there's always like a different perk metas that come and go, I've just never really done a video on the perks. From reindeer and caribou, I have 16 trolls and 0 diamonds. Yeah, it sounds about right, AE. I've never had super great luck on them either. I think I've got like 60% trolls. Like 60 or 70% of the ones that I've killed have been trolls. Which isn't as bad as the luck that some people have had, but still, it's not great luck either. Levi, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Hope you've been doing amazing. Hope your day has been going great. Does the game have multiplayer? It does. It does have multiplayer. I believe it's multiplayer for up to 8 people. Rare luck is insane, just no diamonds. My rare luck hasn't been super great for them. I've got a couple leucistic reindeer, but only thing besides that was that piebald we got yesterday. But other than those, I've not got many rare reindeer. To be fair though, I don't hunt them that often. So that would probably account for the lack of rares. Nice, Matt. Hopefully you have some good luck on that grind. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this zone right here I need to take the tent away from. Because I think I just have 1-3 here. That isn't super special. In fact, I see literally nothing here, so... Yeah, I believe that zone where the tent is, I believe that just has a small 3. Landon, thank you for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate that. Hope you've been doing amazing. That is super generous of you. Do I still play Ark? Not right now, but once they bring out the next update, I will. Oh no, we're getting stuck. Oh, that was almost bad. We almost fell into the water. We almost fell through the ice. Oh no. Oh gosh, Call of the Wild. Why do you do this to me? Why, Call of the Wild? Why? Okay, that's a 3 that we want to keep there. Yeah, I think honestly I can remove both of these tents. I don't think either of them are needed anymore. Oh my gosh, guys. Camden, thank you so much for the super chat as well, dude. Hi, Scarecrow, loving the stream. Glad you're enjoying it, man. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it. And then, Levi, thank you for a super chat as well. Love your vids. Would like to play with you. If I'm ever in multiplayer, feel free to join in. I don't play with people just individually because then other people get jealous that I'm not playing with them. So I try to keep it to where I don't do any like one-on-ones, but if I'm doing multiplayer hopping on stream, feel free to join the servers that I'm jumping into. But thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Very generous of you. Watching you on my monitor, tablet, VR console, laptop. Oh my gosh, Crayfish. That is a lot of different devices. That is a lot of Scarecrow in one room. I don't know how your room can handle that. That's too much Scarecrow. Alright, let's see what this zone is. Well, I mean, we're far enough away. It should be here. I don't know why it's not. Oh, well. Yeah, it's clear that this area doesn't have much anymore. I actually have not checked through here. I want to do a quick run through this area. Nice, unknown. So glad you started doing later streams. Usually at work when you stream. Yeah, I figured it would work out for most people that I do it a little bit later than normal. Because for a while I was doing it earlier because it was working out better for me and everybody was off school. And now that everybody's back into school, it's a little bit better to do later streams. Otherwise, most of the people that watch the streams end up missing it. So yeah, we kind of transitioned into the later streams and it's worked out pretty good. Plus, it gives me time to, or it gives me more time to get ready for them as well. Nate, thank you so much for the super chat as well. My gosh, you guys are just way too kind. Love the content, keep it up. Hope you get a super rare. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. It's late here on the East Coast. Yeah, true. It is a little bit late on the East Coast, but normally we wouldn't be streaming at 6 p.m. Typically, I'd be streaming around 3. But, my sister was over today, so started up a little bit later. Oh. All the Wild, really? Well, I'm glad we weren't finding anything over there. Levi, thank you so much for the super chat again, dude. Really appreciate it. No problem. Well, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Can't believe we just fell through the ice there. What is this, Call of the Wild? What is this? That's just cruel, man. That is just plain cruel. Yeah, gotta love it, Civ. That ice will get you. Every single time, I swear. See, like these guys right here, this is the types of threes that I'm wanting to leave. These really low-scoring ones. Wow, we already got the respawn. We've barely been away from this area. I'm gonna try and not create too much pressure here. Hey, Kyla, how's it going? Dreadvet. I know, right? You know, it's crazy. It's not as much of a Dreadvet anymore. More like tolerable Ved. We're trying to do some herd management on the reindeer to see like how insane we can make it. I mean, since red deer have been like absurdly good, I figured if we can do the same thing to the reindeer as we've been able to do with red deer, we could possibly just drive the average score up so high on the respawns that maybe we could get more diamonds than trolls for once. And that's my, like, that's the only thing that I can think of that will drive up our chances at getting a super rare reindeer, is trying to get herd management to boost up those scores. Because with the red deer, we get max weights very consistently. So if we could do that with these guys, that would be crazy. That would be just absolutely insane if we could possibly make it happen. Alright, where are we gonna drop the tents? I'm thinking like over here is probably good. Like somewhere in this area so we can claim all these quickly. Nate, thank you for the super chat again, dude. Really appreciate it. Love the content. Keep it up. Hope you get a super rare. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Hopefully we do. I've got hope. I think we can do it. Level 5s are already showing up like crazy, so maybe we got a good chance at it. Unmusk far too often now. Far too often now that I enjoy it. Nice. Yeah, the musk deer are fun. That was something I thought about doing as well, was maybe trying to herd manage the musk deer, but I don't know, there's just something about the thought of attempting to get a super rare reindeer that just sounded like more of an impressive trophy to me, so that's what we're trying to do. Hopefully we can make it happen. Just drop that guy real quick. We'll come get him in a minute. I want to go drop this tent first. Mid-ved, though I enjoy it. Nice. I actually haven't heard that one before. I haven't heard mid-ved. That's actually pretty good. Oh my gosh, crayfish. Nice, Shadow. That's awesome, dude. Meh-deved. My gosh, bruh. Good old meh-deved. There's that 3 again. There's our 5. Where's his buddy? Ah, his buddy's a tiny 3 now. Ah, that's actually good. You know, I'll take that. That's actually one that's probably about the size I need to keep there. There's a 4. Do I stream every day? Every day except for Wednesday and Saturday. Those are the only days that I don't stream. Oh, you're attempting to get a super rare musk deer? Oh gosh, Kyla, that's gonna be a tough grind. I gotta say, I don't envy you in that position trying to get a super rare musk deer. Are you just blasting everything, or are you trying to herd manage them? Because I mean, if you were managing them, maybe it would be more possible, but Gosh, I don't even want to think of just like a random super rare musk deer. That'd be so difficult. That'd be so difficult. Blasting them all? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this might be a long grind. Though I guess I did get a couple super rare whitetail just blasting everything, so it isn't impossible. Let's just drop this right here. Grab a new tent. Levi, thank you for the super chat again. Really appreciate it, dude. And as far as videos, I've got that as one of my membership rewards. So I can't do it outside of that, or else that wouldn't be fair to the people that do it via membership. But I appreciate the support, dude. Alright, I think we just shot the one over here. Yeah, just that one. This little area right here has been pretty crazy. And this is the only reindeer in this area that has a chance at being a diamond. So I'm thinking that he'll probably make it whenever we shoot him. How do you do herd management? It depends on the species. But essentially what it is just not shooting the small animals and only shooting the big ones. And if you really want to go like the extra mile in trying to like get as many small males on your map as possible, you can stack the diamonds as well to kind of drive down the average score of the respawns. Can't remember. Do I have more zones down here? One zone, it looks like. Ah, yes, this zone right here. Started playing this game like 2 weeks ago. Love it, kids. When we watch your videos. Thanks for the help, man. And keep up with the great work. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. That is awesome to hear. You do eventually, Jameson, but it does take a long time to get your herds to a point where you get a lot of diamonds, so I haven't really found it to be too much of a problem. Because with red deer, they're by far the easiest to herd manage, and it still took me probably at least 1,000 kills in order to get them to become decent. Though I don't typically grind for diamonds, I grind for super rares, so for me, doing herd management makes sense. If you're not really too pressed on getting tons of super rares, then it's definitely not a necessity at all. But I try to get super rares since I've pretty much got most of the diamonds that I wanted. At this point for me, it's just trying to find ways to make it interesting for myself, since it's been a while since we've had an update with Call of the Wild. Okay, so I think that is all that we need there. Let's head up to this zone. How many diamonds do I have? Like 1,100 or something like that? Why grinding reindeer? Because we're after a super rare. We're going to be doing herd management to try and get a super rare reindeer. It sounds crazy, I know, but we're going to try it anyway. Regardless of how grueling this grind might end up being. It's definitely not going to be as fast as red deer, I'll tell you that. Definitely nowhere as fast as red deer. Oh, definitely, Kyla. Like, we need something big. And if I'm being honest, if Call of the Wild wants to really just push themselves up ahead of games like Way of the Hunter, they're gonna have to release non-typicals soon. Like, we've waited quite a while and not seen non-typicals come to the game. I think if they want to kind of just like add something that no other game has besides Classic, then they'd go for non-typicals. I feel like non-typicals are the way to bring a lot of people back to the game. Yeah, Kathy, the last half of the stream we will be doing some red deer grinding. We're doing about an hour of reindeer and an hour of red deer today. Yeah, true, Kyla, true, but that's still a few months away. I'm thinking of like intermediate updates. Like, I imagine that December will get Africa 2 or possibly Australia. Like, one of the big maps that have been highly requested. I think they gotta go for one of those now at this point. They can't really afford to do like a second fiddle map, you know? So I imagine it's gotta be a big map. December's release has to be a big map. And I think in the meantime, we need, obviously, like a new weapon pack, like you were mentioning, and then some big feature like non-typicals. Or a couple new great ones. Something to kind of get the hype going again. Because, like, the second that... Like, if Way of the Hunter gets non-typicals before Call of the Wild does, I think that will end up being a problem for Call of the Wild. Hey, Blue Sea Chief, how's it going? At least a better lodge. That is another good option, too. A bigger lodge than what we currently have would definitely bring a lot of people back. Oh, that's unfortunate, Tucker. Yeah, they do that quite often. I get quite a few troll reindeer and caribou. Definitely, Kathy. Like, drop tines, non-typical stickers, kickers, like, things like that. We need tons of stuff like that to the, added into the Truax system to make it a bit more unique for all of the trophies. New weapon system. Yes, that is another thing that desperately needs to happen. It's going pretty good, Blue. Hey, Greg, how's it going, dude? Welcome. Oh, yeah, Jay, and that's the worst. I feel you on that one. I had a troll eyeballed Rocky Mountain elk a while back, and man, that was sad. So I imagine it's very similar feeling to getting a troll eyeballed reindeer. Very unfortunate. Nice, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to put up a poll real quickly. I'm curious what you guys think is the most needed thing for Call of the Wild for the next DLC. Or not even a DLC, just an update in general. Alright, let's see what you guys think. Let's see what the general consensus is on what is the most important thing when it comes to content updates. Let's see what you guys think. We have a bunch of reindeer zones down here. That's going to be a good little cluster to put a tent on. Let me just make sure I have another tent. Okay, I can place another tent. Good. Why is fishing not an option? Oh gosh, bro. Don't get me started on that. Yeah, just as I expected, non-typicals is definitely the most wanted. And then just barely behind is new lodge and new weapons. With scopes and reticles only being 3% of the votes, that's actually shocking. Because that was like one of the most popular things on one of the polls that EW put out a while ago. Nice, Necron. That's awesome. If there was a new map slash gun, you would add, what would it be? For map, I'd add a exotic game ranch based in Texas. For a gun, I would definitely like to see a couple different ones. 7mm out 8 bolt action would be one of them. Another one would be the 416. Oh yeah, I knew about that, Landon. YouTube has kind of loosened up their guidelines a little bit. 50 BMG? No thank you. I would not want to see that if I'm being honest. 50 BMG is not really a hunting caliber. Only very few people use that. And in most cases, it's a bit overkill. Not super often on stream, Grant. Off stream, though, is obviously a different story. Yeah, and that would be awesome. I'd love to see a Texas map. Like, that's my top pick. I want a Texas map. Kind of based off of the exotic game ranches where you can hunt tons of different African antelope species, some white stags, Watusi cattle. You know, really exotic, crazy stuff like that. Yeah, 300 Blackout would be awesome. I'd love to see 300 Blackout, 458 SOCOM, like 50 Beowulf, like some of those calibers. ARs with some of those calibers would be pretty sweet. I'd also like to see a 500 Magnum handgun. If they ever add in Africa 2.0, I would love to see a 500 Magnum handgun. That'd be sick. Or a 500 Magnum lever action, because those do exist. That could be a way for them to put in a 50 caliber round and have it still make sense for hunting. I know, right, bro? It's crazy. Who wouldst have thunk it? Yeah, 300 Blackout's not a... It's not a super widespread cartridge right now, but it is pretty cool. I've thought about getting one myself a few times. .300 Blackout is pretty sick. And honestly, it's very easy to get round right now. At least around here, it's pretty easy to get. Which is a rarity nowadays. Is there even a male in here? If there is, it's one of the tiny ones, and that would be amazing. No male, okay. That's not good. Not really, Lane. You haven't missed too much yet. We just started, like, maybe 35 or 40 minutes ago. Fishing with Jace, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Just got a level 2 reindeer. I regret not taxing it. Oh no, Kyla. Yeah, those things are rare. Those things are very rare. Definitely not a common sight. I'm hoping that I can get a few of them because that'll really help with the grind. If I can get a few small level 2s to have chilling in some of my bad zones, that'd be amazing. Okay, we still got 2 zones to check. They're about 400 out. They should pop into render shortly. There we go. Okay, there's a 4. That's kind of a bigger 3. That actually might be one that we shoot. That 3 might be a shootable one. That 3 as well. They're a little bit on the larger side for 3s. Yeah, let's go ahead and blast those 3s as well. We want them to respawn even smaller than those. I think this is going to be the spot for a tent. Because then we can also, once we run over there to claim those, we can look back and see what we got over here as well. That is the last tent that we can place, though. I like some pump-action rifles. I've actually always wanted to get a pump-action 30-06. I think that'd be pretty sick. Of course they are. Yep, they are. They're pretty rare. I've got a level 3 that's almost into level 2 range. I think its score estimate was like 33 to 133. Looked like one of the females. Didn't even know there was a male. Yeah, they're all across from each other. Oh, nice, Civ. That's awesome. Widow, thank you for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Jake, hope you're doing good. Why do you want small level 3s? To drive up the average score of the respawns. So in herd management, you basically try to fill your map with like 90% the smallest males you can possibly get. And that causes the remaining like 10 to 20 animals to always come back as large ones. Where's the 4? I thought we dropped it. Imagine it's floating back. That would be tragic. That would be a complete tragedy. Well, there's that one, but I don't see that 4. Oh, well. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, I don't see any blood either. That is just odd. Speaking of odd, I didn't know there was a 4 over there. That's a new zone, I think. And just like that, it disappeared. Well, that's just great. Yeah, that'd be cool, Tragic. That would be a cool addition. What is my favorite map? I really love Te Awaroa. Te Awaroa is definitely my favorite of all the maps. Primarily because I'm a huge fan of red deer hunting. And Te Awaroa is the best red deer hunting. And that is the blood we're looking for. So it's somewhere up there. Not really, Joseph. Not really too much. Killed a great one, whitetail. Nice, Lane. Nice. Is that the same for the red deer grind? No, red deer grind, it's different a little bit. For red deer grind, you want to keep all of the level 4 and below on the map. And then kill off all of the 5 and above. And then if you want to speed up the process of spawning in 4s and belows, you can stack level 9s. Which basically just means you don't shoot any of the level 9s you spawn. Widow, thank you for another super chat. Really appreciate it. Last few dollars? Well, I appreciate that, dude. Really appreciate it. Oh, definitely, Bubba. Definitely. Other than Te Awaroa, what's my favorite map? It was Revontuli Coast, but I don't know. After it's been out for a couple months, I'm kind of losing interest in it. I love a lot of the species, but it's like I primarily enjoy hunting antlered animals, and well, Revontuli's only antlered animals are whitetail and moose, which I've shot a bunch of whitetail and moose on other maps, so... Rev is slowly losing some of the enjoyment for me. So for a while, my top 3 was Te Awaroa, then number 2 was Revontuli, and then number 3 was Silver Ridge Peaks. I think Silver Ridge Peaks and Revontuli are swapping places. I think SRP's back to slot number 2. But obviously, whenever they do the update that changes SRP, definitely could change how I feel about that map. It's hard to say. Nice, Landon. Oh, nice. Smash, that's awesome, dude. That should be a pretty fun trip. I don't think they loop all the way around. I don't think they do, so I think we should be okay. Now we gotta go check these little lake spots. What's changing with SRP? We have no idea. All we know is that when they did the population redistributions and zone time changes for all the other maps, they said that SRP would get the same treatment eventually. So most likely this next update will include changes to Silver Ridge Peaks, but as to what those are, who knows until they actually do it. Definitely curious to see, though. Yeah, that's a 4. That is 1 to take down. And that's a small 3, so we'll keep him. Come on now, stop walking. Really? Really? Oh, accidentally shot a female. Well, she's dead. Really? Also, I can't stand that fog that's over these lakes. Why is that a thing? Widow, thank you for another super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Or a super sticker, actually. Nice. What time is it for me? 6:54 p.m. I think EW understands that over time the content demand grows and the quality of the content needs to be better with every update since Call of the Wild has its only competition being Way the Hunter. I don't think it's necessarily a matter of them not understanding Tragic. They fully understand the quality needs to be there. But the problem is, Call of the Wild is a mess. The code of this game is so old and jumbled and tangled up that it makes it difficult to push updates out without bugs. If they really want to go like full-on bug-free updates, they'd probably go at least 4 or 5 months between updates. If I'm being honest, I don't think this game is in a state to where they can make the updates bug-free, sadly. I think, unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. The game's coding is just a mess. And a lot of that has to do with this was the first ever game made on the Apex engine. Or one of the first ones ever made on it, so in a way it was kind of a test subject. Which is the unfortunate reality for Call of the Wild. I don't think there's too much they can do to, like, improve the quality of updates. The last few have been a good step, but you may also have noticed that it's taken longer for the updates to get pushed out because of that. I couldn't even imagine, like, how long we'd have to wait between updates if we wanted them to be completely bug-free. Sadly, I just don't see that happening. All they can really do is just get it to a playable state. To where at least the bugs aren't, like, a major hindrance. I think for the most part they've done decent with the last few updates, but there's definitely been some big issues with each of them. That's really unfortunate. I'm just hoping this next update for Call of the Wild won't have like a Mr. Black mission level of bug. Because that was a bad bug. There we go. Head over there. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Yeah, the gun system is a mess as well, true. There's a lot of things that need revamped with Call of the Wild. The unfortunate thing is, like, a lot of the things that need changes are things that would take months, if not, like, a year or more to get to, like, where they need to be. Nobody knows bow fishing. We're hoping soon. They've been kind of hinting that there will be an update soon, but hard to say when. Lack of updates is annoying when they said Apex would make it easier. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they said Apex would make hot fixes easier. I don't think it makes the actual, like, full game updates easier. I think it's just fixing things like the dead Great One Red Deer bug. Like, things like that they can fix easier. But it doesn't make the big updates easier, sadly. And I had a feeling that it would come to this eventually, like... Really, what they would have to do to get Call of the Wild to the state that it needs to be is just completely start from scratch with a fresh set of coding. Which obviously would take a long time, so... That would be like a multi-year process, most likely. So I don't think that's really an option for them, sadly. We'll just hope that they can make the next few updates pretty bug-free. I just hope they start doing hot fixes. Like, I just don't understand why they can't do hot fixes to fix issues. That's always been one thing that has confused me like crazy. I don't understand why they don't do hot fixes. Dude, this fog! Get out of here! I can't see anything! Okay, there they are. Oh, that's a 4. Nice. Let's get it. Get that 4 out of there real quickly. Hey, now. Yeah, keep on running far right. Don't want you guys to run me over. Yeah, Civ, like, that's always how the bugs happen for Call of the Wild 2. Like, for some reason, I feel like they test the new things, but don't test other things that aren't related to the new things. Like, if you guys noticed, a lot of times whenever they add a new map or something, or whenever they do changes to a map, that's usually the map that's fine, that doesn't have any bugs, but then it's the maps that they didn't change where the bugs start showing up. And I don't know how that happens. The only thing I can think of is that because it's not getting changes, they just assume that everything's gonna stay the same, and then it ends up breaking. Probably not for a couple weeks, Kathy. We're not gonna shoot the 5s until I have all of the small 3s that I want. Because those 5s will help us drive down the average score of the animals that respawn. That's the primary purpose of keeping them at the moment, is to just drive down the score of the respawns. Looks like I need to back up even. Wow. I mean, I don't know why they don't get a couple of the content creators to jump on as beta testers, Kyla. Like, a lot of times we find these bugs so fast in early access. Oh, that's so strange, Johnny. That's so weird. I don't think that was even something that they meant to change. Whoa, now guys, stop running away. Don't see any males there. That's a reindeer spot there. I'm not gonna check that one though. They are at the end of their time. Like, I love Call of the Wild, guys, and I've always been super, like, positive and forgiving of all the issues that they've had in the past, and, you know, just assuming that eventually it'll get better, but just, it hasn't got better. Which is really unfortunate. I mean, I still can't use Apex Connect, even after, like, a year of trying to figure out what's going on there. It's just unfortunate to see one of my favorite games of all time seemingly just not being in a fixable state. I'm sure they're doing their best to try and get it to a good state, but unfortunately the game's coding and stuff just makes it difficult. What's my favorite kind of rifle? Oh, definitely ARs. AR platform is just, it's just so good. That's actually a big 3. I think we want to take that one down. And that guy's kind of tucked in the back. Gonna need to get him to move. Beautiful. Love to see it. What's my favorite spot? I don't even know. I don't think I really have a favorite spot, if I'm being honest. Wherever there's a lot of animals. Kind of depends on how good each location is for each grind individually. You can join by the blue join button or via the link in chat. That is a low scoring level 4, 250. Holy. Yeah, exactly, Tragic. They do have a pretty small team. Which unfortunately is one of the reasons it's difficult for them to fix things quickly. Yes, Doge, I remember you. I don't think they've ever announced like the actual size of the team, but I know for a while there was rumors going around that it was about 30 people. And if that's the case, you know, that explains a lot, because 30 people is not a lot for a big game like Call of the Wild. Because, I mean, when Call of the Wild first came out, the game wasn't super popular, so I imagine that over time they didn't expect it to grow as much as it did. And yeah, their team's definitely a lot smaller than a lot of game companies that have games as big as Call of the Wild. And they also use their own engine, which comes with its own selection of advantages and disadvantages. I don't know yet, Civ. I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to wait till next payday before I am able to figure out if I'm gonna get it or not. It's tempting, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Definitely very tempting, though. You know what else is tempting? Taking that one out, because it is a bigger 3. I kind of want to drive down all of these ones to be like the super small 3s. The super, super tiny 3s. Like, I want to get them all to be smaller than this guy. Yeah, definitely, Johnny. Yeah, like that 3 right there, that one might be small enough. Oh, that one definitely is. See, this is what I'm looking for. I'm trying to get them to spawn in like this. Because that guy's upper estimate is 162. He's got really tiny antlers. If I can get just like 100 of those guys on my map, that would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, like that 3 right there. We need to take that one down. He's too big. That 3 is too big there. This one's borderline. I need to get a better look at him before I can decide. We're gonna real quickly just check a few of these zones, and then we're gonna switch over to Red Deer. Note that I'm full-time content creator. Sadly, no Slither. There is no announcement yet as to like when consoles will be getting the Angler, or even which consoles it's going to be on. As of now, we don't know too much about the Angler's console releases. There's that 5 right there. I think we still just have 3 5s over here. Honestly, I think this one is like a 160 scoring one. It looks like it, so we're probably going to keep him. That one probably gets to live. We're leaving all the 5s because we're stacking them, Michael. We're stacking the 5s because when you have a lot of high-scoring animals on your map, it forces the game to spawn more low-level ones. And right now we're trying to stack as many low-level ones as possible, so in turn, keeping all of the 5s will cause more small-level 3s to spawn, which is what we're attempting to do at the moment for our herd management. Nice, bro. Thank you, Doge. I appreciate that. No, Brandon. The game is a current gen, systems only type of game. If I'm being honest, I don't think it would perform very well on last gen. There would probably be like an insane amount of lag. All right, later, Lane. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, that's a pretty big 3. Definitely worth taking down. Hey, FV, how's it going, dude? Probably, Johnny, most likely. I mean, with my GTX 9 or GTX 1070 graphics card and a i7 6700K, I was barely getting 55 to 60 frames on medium-high settings. So, yeah, I don't think an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 could handle Way of the Hunter. It's not optimized enough to be able to run on those systems. There's those 2, and then we got our 3rd one over here. And then the last level 5 is actually at this lake, I believe. That lake right there is where the last level 5 is. Hoping we can get a couple more to spawn soon, but no luck so far. That's a tiny little level 3 there, though. That one gets to stay. You know, I think we've almost done it. I think we almost got these zones to be the way that I want them. I think we've almost got all the shootable ones out of here. Besides, obviously, the 5s that we're stacking, but... But out of all the 5s, this is really the only one that's got a chance. Nice, Charlie. That's awesome. Glad you're enjoying watching. Yeah, this is the only one that's got a decent chance at making it. I'm not too familiar with the different racks, though, but that one's definitely mismatched. But I think it does have the proper antlers to have a chance at making it. I guess we shall see, though. Yeah, I don't see anything else in that little, like, cove right there. Alright, I think we're done hunting that spot. Let's real quickly check these. Then we will hop over to Red Deer. It's going pretty good, Dustin. Going, very well. That one looks small enough, right? I think that one's small enough. I think he's small enough to leave. That one, oh gosh. That one definitely is small enough. That's a 4. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. They always got to get in front of each other. They always got to protect each other. What do you mean, Jake? What update? Gotta be more specific than that. Thank you, Dustin. Random moose? Oh, there they are. That's a decent 4 right there. Not bad. Not a bad 4 at all. Yeah, definitely, Johnny. You see, I don't have a problem with it existing, Blitz. I have a problem with it being so common. It's something that could 100% happen, but just not as often as we see it in game. It should be a very rare level 3 rack. Alright, let's go over to Red Deer. Yeah, it's unfortunate, toxicity. How much does the membership cost? 99 cents a month, Fisher. I put it to the lowest possible price for the memberships. Actually, this is the last place I hunted before I jumped off of here earlier, so let's hunt some of the other spots first. I could imagine, Kyla. The river runs, they do take a long time, like minimum hour to run across the river. Or run along the river. Gosh, I'd hope it wouldn't take an hour to run across it. But yeah, to run along it, it's definitely like an hour or maybe 2 hours even if you stop a lot. Level 7 over there. I need to buy 300 ammo too. Running out. Blasting all these red deer and reindeer. Using up all my ammo. That is a weird 4. Alright, later, Blitz. You play Ark anymore? I still do play it, just not recently as I'm waiting for the next update. That's usually how it is for me with Ark. I tend to just wait for updates and then play it a little bit. Whenever they release the new dino, then we'll probably play some Ark. To be honestly, I don't even remember what my merch looks like. I haven't messed with it in over a year and a half. In fact, I don't even think anything in the merch store is up to date. At the time, nobody was buying it, so I just have not really messed with it. I'd have to go in there and kind of revamp it a bit. I think everything on there is outdated as well. Like, all the logos are outdated, I'm pretty sure. That is going to vary greatly depending on each person's map, Eli. Wait, is it Eli or Ellie? Let me know which one, because I know that with that spelling, it could probably be either. So just let me know how I'm supposed to pronounce your name. I know, Johnny, that'd be amazing. They did that in Classic recently. So maybe it'll come to Call of the Wild eventually, because recently Classic changed it to where you can buy stacks of like 50. There we go. It is Ellie? Okay. Yeah, just wanted to make sure that I was pronouncing it correctly, because I know there's definitely plenty of occasions where I mispronounce names. There we go. Anyway, what is the best area for Te Awaroa for red deer? Yeah, it really depends on each person's map individually. All these lakes up here are really good. These 4 lakes. And then also the river right here. This little lake. And pretty much all the spots over here can have them as well. Most consistent location for me, though, is the river. This river spot is crazy good. Kyla, thank you for the 18 months. Holy, that is a long time. 18 months. Oh my gosh. Just noticed a thing. Indeed. Holy. Gosh, it doesn't seem like it's been 18 months. That is crazy. Oh, you're on your mom's account. Gotcha. I'll try to remember to call you Jay, but since that's not the name on screen, it can be difficult to remember that. But I'll do my best. I'll try to remember it if I can. You don't have to repeat, Lane. I saw it the first time. Like I mentioned, I don't think the merch store is up to date. I don't think it even lets people buy anything from it at the moment. And I'm kind of short on time at the moment, so I don't really have time to go through and and create all new designs to get it ready to go up again. One of these days I'll probably do it, but it might be a little while. Might be a little bit before it actually happens. Oh, definitely Te Awaroa, Morgan. Quattro is actually pretty far behind the other maps for Red Deer now. Even Parque Fernando's better for Red Deer right now. Well, yeah, Pyro, I've actually had this channel ever since I was like 14. So it's been more than 5 years. But like, for the longest time, I just posted random stuff with my friends. I didn't actually like officially start doing it consistently with Call of the Wild until a couple years ago. I think it was like 2.5 years ago. But yeah, I've been posting videos for a long time, just never posted videos seriously until a couple years ago. Oh no, Johnny, that's not fun. That sounds terrible. Howdy, AEW. Do I ever get bored of the game? Oh, definitely sometimes. There's definitely times where I get bored of it, but that's why we got other games like Way of the Hunter and The Angler. It's nice to have multiple games to play nowadays. Because before, like, all we ever had was Call of the Wild. Now we've got more options. We got Call of the Wild, we got Way of the Hunter, we've got The Angler. I can still post Classic if I want to. Whoa. Chill, bro. Could not get the red deer that I wanted as he was just zigzagging like crazy. Alright, don't really see anything too crazy besides that 7. Is Mississippi worth it? Depends on what you look for in a map. Nothing good yet, Jaden. We got a few level 5s on our map currently on, for the Reindeer on Medved. But we didn't really, take anything down today. We're kind of stacking the level 5s. And then with the Red Deer, we haven't got anything good yet as we just jumped on here. What scope am I using? Currently the Argus. Holy. Mrs. Breecrow has entered the chat. Y'all better behave. Y'all better behave while she's here, or else you're forever cursed with level 2 Red Deer. Holy, this zone is loaded this time around. Nice, Bowder, that's awesome, dude. Thank you, Talon, I appreciate that. Glad you enjoy the content. Well, that was a trick shot and a half. Nice, that one's falling. Perfect. That saves me a bunch of time. That way I don't gotta climb all the way up. I got no shootable stags on that side this time. That's wild. True, Johnny, true. Man, imagine if you could get your map to be like 100 level 2s. Oh, barely any, Bauda. Barely any. When I first started, you know, obviously, like, the channel would have been pretty small. I had like 200 subs when I first started doing Call of the Wild content. First, like, maybe 30 or 40 videos had less than 100 views. Like, well, maybe not 30 or 40. Like, the first 20 videos or so, less than 100 views each. It wasn't until the Great One Whitetail was released that things started to pick up. And that's when Flinter decided to share one of my videos, because I released a video talking about the Great One and showing off the images from the person that had killed it, talking about my opinions on it. And Flinter was telling me, he was like, I didn't feel like making a video that night. I had a long day, and I was like, oh, well, this guy already posted one. I'll just share this. And that was the beginning of the Scarecrow channel, for the most part. In a way, Flinter helped start the channel. I'm watching this instead of sleeping for school? Well, that's not good. Let's not worry about the floater. Let's just go up here. Yeah, true, Johnny, true. Wait, where's my tree? Where's my tree? There's my tree. But this map is Te Awaroa. It is a very awesome Red Deer map. That's a diamond there. Mythical. That's a 6 right there. Hey, buddy, you're a big male. Where's the last one? I just saw it. There it is. Beautiful. Dropping them left and right. Love to see it. Oh, he definitely is. Flinter's pretty chill. Shy, but chill. No, Talon, I haven't met him in person. I've talked to him when we were doing videos and stuff like that, but that's the closest I've got to, like, meeting him. Thanks, Lane. Appreciate it. He's a weirdo, IRL. That sounds about right. I mean, that's me too, basically. Shy when it comes to, like, doing content, I mean. Like, shy doing content with other people. Ooh, 67. Not bad. That's a good one. Not tax-worthy, but good. Definitely moving in the right direction. Now, can we just get a great one? It's been almost 3,000 kills since my last great one. Like, come on, man. Give us another great one. We need it. Let me real quickly pull up my great one statistics so that I can update them. Add that diamond on there. We have killed 529 diamonds in just over 15,300 kills. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Bird management is so amazing. I hope we can get our reindeer to this level. Yeah, Gabe, hopefully. Hopefully the great one is close. We've had 2,850 kills roughly since our last great one. We gotta be close to another one. Oh no, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. In fact, me and him are very alike in that matter. If anything, doing content is what helped me get out of that, like, that type of phase. I feel like doing content helped a lot with that. Because, it made it so every single day I was talking to tons of people. Tons of you guys in chat, just, talking to other content creators and things like that. It really helped me quite a bit. If I could add a map to Call the Wild, what would it be? I don't know. Probably a Texas map. Texas Game Ranch would be my #1 pick. And then also, I'd like to see Africa 2. And another map with blacktail deer. I feel like that's something we really need, is more maps that can have blacktail deer. How did that one not die? Well, that's unfortunate. $152. That is a small mail right there. Oh yeah, I could imagine Civ. You know, that was one of the reasons I never wanted to do, like a retail job at all. Because, yeah, it does require a lot of, like, interaction every single day. I've always found that I'm much better at interaction and, like, talking with people when it's over when it's over the internet. Whenever it's in person, it's a lot more difficult to, I guess, feel comfortable. There we go, 2 down. I don't think there was anything over there. Oh, definitely, Kyla, definitely. And, like, I personally, I can't force a fake, like, happy attitude, so I would not do well in retail at all. I can't force a fake persona or attitude. It's just not something I'm capable of doing. The real me shows one way or another. Yeah, there's just no way that I could do that. Which is why I'm so incredibly happy and grateful for the fact that I'm able to do content. Because this is one of those things that really fits me. Like, I can be myself and not have to worry about it seeming weird. Like, I can just be myself here. I can talk the way I want to. I can just be myself, you know? Where'd that other one go? Is it really back here? It shows it is, but is it? Well, Hunter will find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, you definitely are, bro. You definitely are. At least from what I've seen of you, you definitely are. Oh, I could imagine, Kyla. I could imagine that I probably wouldn't miss it either. We already hit the main menu, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah, true, but that's more to get the microphone to pick things up properly. You have to change your voice a little bit in order for it to come through well on recordings and streams, because if I talk in my normal tone, then the microphone has trouble picking it up because it's lower. Like, for the most part, if I were to talk a little bit lower like I normally do, when I'm not recording. My microphone has trouble picking things up, and then I have to raise the sensitivity on the mic, which in turn causes more background noise to pick up, causes more keyboard clacking and things like that. Which is unfortunate. One of the downsides to USB mics. Oh, it's Guy. Gotcha, okay. Who's the most OG Call of the Wild player? That is difficult to say. I mean, I've been playing ever since the pre-release beta, but I wasn't doing YouTube back then, so I don't know if that counts. There's a legendary. At this point, I'm just expecting to, like, turn the corner and see another super rare before I get another great one. That'd be my luck. I hope, at least. I really hope. After getting that albino one and having it be so wonky, I really want to get one that isn't wonky. Holy. Smoking them today. I mean, that's good tragic. That really is like a big factor as well. Like having friends that are very social can definitely help help you be more social as well. I mean, for me, like Bree was also a major help to me. Like, whenever we got together, I started, getting out a little bit more as well. And being more social, so, like, having somebody that is very social around you can definitely help you as well. Oh, we got spawns over there again, I see. Oh wow, we got both of those. You know, sometimes I surprise myself. I don't think so, DT. I don't think so. I believe Call of the Wild does not have support for it. Cannot run for my friendship. That is the most Brober thing I've ever heard you say. What level trophy rating and level should I shoot whitetail for herd management? So for herd management on whitetail, it's good to leave the level 1s. Kill all of the 2s and leave the 1s. And then you can leave the 3s too if you want to stack them. Leave the 3s until you get the amount of 1s on the map that you want to have. Because what that can do is kind of drive up the average, or drive down the average score of the respawns. If you have a bunch of 3s on your map stacked, you can cause a lot more of them to spawn as 1s. Definitely, Kyla, definitely. Did I grab the one over here? Maybe I did. I think I did, yeah. Oh, nice, Tanner. That's awesome. How should you manage black bear? They can go clear down to level 1, I believe, so I think for black bear it's the same thing as with red deer, 4 and below. Leave all of the 4 and belows. Where is the great one? He's hiding away. But I'm seeing lots of diamonds today. That's a 5. I moved a little bit. Dunk one into that guy. Can we get that? Yep, we can. There we go. Beautiful. How many super rares so far? I've only got 1 super rare for red deer. I've had 3 troll level 9s, or troll level 9 rares. And only one super rare. But the super rare was the only albino level 9, so, you know, I'll take it. It worked out in the end. Hoping to get one that's even, though. 263, that's kind of low for the big rack. It's definitely that tighter spread. Cool, though. Nice to see something that looks a little bit different. Let's update the count again. I think it's been 2 diamonds since I updated it, so we'll add 2 to it. There we go. Uh, 0 inches, Lane. I've shot a 0-inch buck before. Because I've never actually got one, sadly. I've went hunting for black-tailed deer 4 years and came close 2 years, but couldn't get a clear shot on them on one of the bucks. And so I didn't want to risk it. And then the second time, I forgot my wallet, and my wallet had my tag in it, so I had to stop hunting and turn around. Which was very sad. The worst mistake you can make is forgetting your tag and then having to cut your hunt short. Yeah, that guy's not gonna die anytime soon, sadly. Well, there's a bunch on this lake this time. Where are all these shootable stags coming from? I'd love to see it, but did, like, all of them that I shot over here merge into these herds? Looks like it. What's the best red deer I've ever got? Definitely the super rare albino diamond. That's definitely my best red deer ever. Ah, come on, man. You don't want to float. That's not fun. Silly red deer. Thinking that they're, inner tubes. But they're not. They're red deer. But they think they're inner tubes. Yeah, I could imagine, Zach. You know, for most species, I do tax all of my diamonds, but red deer is a little bit of a different scenario because I've herd managed them so hard to the point where diamonds spawn every 20 or 30 kills. Most species, I do still tax every single diamond, but red deer are kind of a different story. Herd management does crazy things. The reddest of the deer, yes. The reddest of the deer is the red deer. There's 2 that we didn't get. One of them's floating and the other one ran off that way, so we'll probably grab the floater soon. How many red deer in total? Just under 13,000. Actually, or not 13,000. Just over 15,300. DT, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that, dude. Hope you've been doing great. Really appreciate the super chat there. Maybe it was over here that I shot one. How many diamonds do I have? Of red deer, it's 531. Overall, just over 1,100, I believe. Though, my codex is pretty inaccurate because of the couple updates that have bugged it. Alright, let's main menu again. Mason, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it, dude. Watched all the other grinds and just got back from vacation. What's the reindeer for? Okay, so for the reindeer, we're just trying to get, we're just testing the herd management to see if it works as well on them as it does the red deer. And if it does, we're going to try and get a super rare reindeer. Because I think that would be really cool to have a super rare reindeer. As they're some of the more difficult super rares to get since the 5s troll so often. Thought it would be a cool one to try and go for. DT, thank you for another one. My gosh, that is so generous of you. You guys are crazy with all the super chats today. Really appreciate the support. I can't be outdone. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Very, very nice of you. Nice of this level 7 red deer to show up as well, so I can just boop. There can occasionally be 2 here, so I gotta check to see if there's any more. Nope, no other big males. None of these are big males either. Oh, nice, Johnny. How many kills are you into the Te Awaroa grind? No, he's floating. Well, we'll get him later. Silly floaters. Oh, he's floating along the river. How long will the stream go for? Probably another 20 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit longer even, depending on how much fun I'm having with the red deer grind. And to be honest, I end up enjoying the red deer grind a lot, so we might end up going a little bit longer. I did boop a red deer. I did. And I'll do it again, too. Boop. Pop. Beep. Blip. Out of boop rounds. Boop. 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 Oh, that was not a boop. What Call of the Wild creator am I closest with? Probably Kill Clinton. I talk to him pretty much every day. I've definitely done the most content with him. And then I'd say Flinter's also pretty high up there. I talk to him quite often. Other than that, though, not really too many. I don't talk to a lot of the other content creators. For me, I really only collaborate with people that I feel I have a lot in common with. And for the most part, it's just Kill Clinton and Flinter that I have a lot of things in common with when it comes to like the types of gameplay styles and stuff like that that I enjoy, and just like general topics to chat about while we're playing. Got a floater, which is not good. Mason, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What great one do I want next? Personally want mule deer or moose. That would be awesome, man. Mule deer would be so cool. I actually did a video recently talking about which great ones I'd like to see. And one of the big ones that I was talking about a lot there was blacktail deer great one, and also mule deer. Like, I'd love to see a blacktail or a mule deer. And then also like an elk. An elk would be crazy. But thank you so much, Mason. Really appreciate it, dude. Fortunately, those two got away. They barely got hit. Then we got the floater. And we'll come back to these later. Let's just head up to this zone. Do I know DD33? I've talked to him a couple times. We've done one video together, and then he stopped by the live streams a few times as well. And then I stop by his whenever he streams. But I don't talk to him like super regularly. But I do know him a little bit. DT, thank you so much for the super chat. Dude, that's just insane. That is absolutely insane, dude. The massive $20 super chat coming in. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Holy, you guys won't learn. Out here trying to one-up everybody I see. Just remember, it's not a competition. Everybody can enjoy the Scarecrow's content. But I really appreciate it, man. That's super generous of you. Where did that last one go? I know there was a fourth one. Or a fifth one to shoot. Or am I crazy? Was there only 4? What rifle am I using? I'm using the 300 Magnum from the Yukon DLC. It doesn't give full score on the red deer, but it kills them quicker, so for grinding, I love to use it on them. Because it definitely speeds the process up. Unfortunately, we got another floater, so he's gonna get to float. We're gonna let him float along. Definitely, Kyla, definitely. Do you need to pick up every deer? Nah, you don't have to pick up all of them, but I like to do it for the most part because I also like to see how much money I can earn from the grinds, but you don't have to pick them up to get the respawns. Which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I try to claim as many of them as I can, unless it's just one that I don't hit vitally, then I'll just not worry about it. Doubled both now. Definitely, DT, you definitely did. Anything over here? No, not in sight at all. Okay, so nothing there. Let's real quickly double back and grab this one. It should be floated back to the spot where we shot it. There's kind of a glitch with the floaters where if you fast travel out of render, wait a few seconds, and then fast travel back, it'll be back on the shore that you shot it. And yeah, it's right there. Cool little trick that you can use if you don't want to wait for them to float. However, on rare occasions, it'll make them completely disappear, so don't do this with diamonds. But if it's not a diamond, then I wouldn't worry about it. We've got over 13 million right now, Civ. But I spend quite a bit on ammo as well, so we would have more. And a lot on taxing, because for a while I was taxing almost all of the red deer. Which is one of the reasons I stopped doing it, because it was just becoming too expensive. DT, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the green name and chat, special badge icon, all the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access to private Discord channels once you link Discord to YouTube, and access to my scrapped content on the channel. Really appreciate it. We actually recently uploaded a members video, so be sure to go check that out if you haven't. Well, actually, I guess you wouldn't have because you just became a member, but yeah, go check out the member video. I uploaded a scrapped video from Way of the Hunter Early Access that didn't make it onto the main schedule of videos because it would have been out of order and lacking context, so I uploaded it as a member video, so you got an extra video to go watch now, along with a few older The Hunter Classic videos. Why must my Wi-Fi hate me? That is unfortunate, Kyla. Rest in pieces to your Wi-Fi. Oh, definitely, Civ. Red deer give crazy amounts of cash. It's like between 1,000 and 1,400 per red deer. Absolutely insane amounts of money. Not to mention, you have the chance at getting great ones as well. And if you're doing herd management, you got pretty consistent diamonds, so I definitely think that it's worth grinding for. Red deer are quite an enjoyable grind between like the cash you make from it, the amount of diamonds you see if you're using herd management, the chance at great ones, all of the rares look beautiful. Just overall a very solid grind to do. 9:34. Okay, so we got like 26 minutes before we gotta change the time. Oh no, Kyla, the 144p life. That is unfortunate. Oh no, she did. Oh gosh, again. Only a 5 here this time, okay. Getting that small male energy, I see. We don't want that small male energy here. We want that great one energy. Flinternet. Oh my gosh. My gosh. Good old Flinternet. Is that like the internet version of Flinglish? DT, thank you so much for another super chat, dude. Like, I can't even begin to express just how thankful I am for the mass amount of support that you've brought through tonight. That is crazy, dude. So for Red Deer Herd Management, do you just kill 5 and up? Is there any more detail? Yeah, just kill 5s and up. I've actually got a full guide on it. Kyla just dropped it down below the super chat, so I would definitely click that link and watch the herd management guide, because it explains in detail how I got my red deer to where they are now. Definitely better than what I could explain just off the top of my head. So I definitely recommend checking that out. But yeah, just 5 and above, I would start by hunting the zones you don't like, because most likely those will be the zones that turn into level 4s and below first. So if there's any spots you don't particularly like hunting, grind those first so that they become the zones that you don't have to hunt in the end. The flinter webs, oh my gosh. My gosh. That is amazing. Okay, nothing here this time. Probably gonna be up here then. Level 8 there. Here's something up there. Or is it just that 8? It might just be the 8. Well, I guess we'll take that guy down. Wait, where's the stand? Oh, it's up here. I'm like way down. That's unfortunate, Kyla. I mean, what's new though? That's Medved for you, right? We expect that from Medved from the old days. I guess it was just this guy the whole time. Ooh, there we go. That's the shot we needed. Oh yeah, true, Civ. The beaver problem was wild. I think that was just because I hadn't really got on Medved since the update, so a lot of the changed terrain was affecting the locations I had my tents previously over in those areas. Because I believe Mustier was the only thing I had hunted since the update, and that didn't require me to go up to where those tents were. And I think it was also taking down a lot of tree stands that I had up. Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, Kyla. I think I know which like what look you're going for. I think I've got a couple pictures of those myself. Might be wrong though, but I think I do. And main menu. Alright, later, Johnny. Thanks for dropping in. We need a Flictionary for the Flinglish? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, Civ, that was back when we only had 155 diamonds from herd management. And now look at us. We're at 531 and still grinding. I mean, if that doesn't show my love for red deer, I don't know what does. The fact that I'm still grinding them and still enjoy it just shows how much I love red deer hunting. Come on. They're not here. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, we're gonna go over here then. Actually, it might be time to grind some of these other lakes for a few runs and see if we can get them to move back there. What is the hardest great one to get? Definitely the black bear. Black bear great one is very difficult because there's just in general less black bear. And especially less males. So it makes it difficult to get them. Not to mention, like, at least on Silver Ridge Peaks, the black bear are very late to their drink zones. They move around constantly. In general, black bear are just very difficult to hunt quickly, and so naturally it'll take longer to get great ones from it. Okay, nothing there yet. Let's go check up here. This is the last place that I'd want to see them, so hopefully we don't find any shootable stags up here. Yeah, definitely, Civ. There's a lot of good-looking Great One Black Bear variations. Definitely quite a few nice ones. Okay, so these ones are just moving in. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe they just haven't arrived at their zones after the time reset. Might need to give them a bit of time. Yeah, whitetail, they can be difficult as well. I guess it really depends on what map you're grinding. Revon Tule and Mississippi have lots of whitetail. Like, they probably have the most whitetail out of any maps. But the problem is, like, they're very brushy maps as well. Well, not necessarily brushy for Revon Tule, but the whitetail inhabits so many lakes that you have to spread your tents out more, which slows down the grind because there's more locations that you have to hunt. My favorite types of map to grind for any Great One on is maps where I can dedicate all of my tents to a smaller amount of locations, kind of like you see here. Like, I've got 2 tents here, I've got 2 tents here, 2 here, so that I can go back and forth between the zones, quickly claim the ones I shoot, and it speeds things up quite a bit. But then on a map like Revon Tule for whitetail, I can't do that because I need all 16 at different locations in order to just cover enough whitetail for a run. Which is why I tend to grind Rancho instead, because with Rancho they're not as spread out. Where are we not gone? We haven't checked down here in a bit. I should probably go there. Got my 6 diamond mountain lion spawn, which sadly wasn't the super rare I wanted. At least you're getting them to spawn though, man. I mean, eventually, if you keep going, eventually one of them's gotta be a super rare at some point. That's unfortunate, Lane. Yeah, that was not too bad, Civ. That used to be my favorite, but then after looking at all of them more, I think top 3 for the bear for me is Spirit. And then number 2 is probably the Chestnut. And number 3 would have to be the Cream. I think those are my top 3 Great One Black Bear variations. The Spirit, the Chestnut, and the Cream. And then, when it comes to number 4, I think it's honestly a tie between the other 3 remaining. There's a mythical there. DT, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it once again. Last planned one, unless someone challenges. Tent locations, trying to place them too close and scare when teleporting, but it takes too long, I feel. So what I typically do is, if I've got 2 zones that are decently far away from each other, like for example right here, you may notice that whenever there's a zone right here, which there is commonly, I've got a tent on top of each of these zones. And that's because if I fast travel to this one to hunt this herd, the one that I'm on top of, they won't be rendered in, so they won't spook from any of the gunshots. And so then when I fast travel over to claim these, this herd will spawn in, and then I can shoot them as well, and then use that tent to fast travel and claim them all quickly. So I do that at as many of the locations as I can. You don't have as much ground that you're able to cover doing it like that, but it makes it so those locations get hunted much quicker because you can just fast travel on top of the zones in order to claim them without having to worry about spooking them. Yeah, DT, it's very effective. The problem with it, though, is it doesn't work for every species because, as I was talking about with, like, Revon Tule Coast Whitetail, they cover so many different lakes that it's difficult to do that method. But with something like Te Awaroa Red Deer, it's very doable. And in many cases will be like the most effective way of hunting them. Oh, you thought you were scaring them off? I did too for the longest time, and then one day I was like, wait a second. Those deer weren't there when I was shooting from that stand. And then I realized that they just weren't rendered in previously, and that's when I started using that to my advantage to make it so they wouldn't spook. It's definitely a cool little trick if you're looking to quickly hunt zones. It's just unfortunate we don't have higher tent limits, otherwise it would be doable on more grinds. That's a 5 over there. Where did that guy come from? Whoa, gotta calm down, gotta catch my breath. And smoked him. No, he didn't. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. That's unfortunate. We didn't smoke him. Is the ghillie suit good? The ghillie suit does not have any effect on anything. Clothing in the game is 100% just visual differences. There is no effect on animal spook ranges or anything like that. It's all just personal preference on what you want to use. The ghillie suits have no effect on how well animals can see, hear, or smell you. Oh, no shootable stag here. That's actually not a common thing. It's possible some moved this way. We're currently on Te Awaroa, Frost. Doing my Reindeer grind, I would do it, but I had a glitch where all my tents vanished and I don't want to place them again. Oh no, Faded, that sucks. That's definitely not fun. I mean, purple's close to pink, Kyla. I mean, it's close. It's getting there. I think they changed that, Civ. I don't think the gators do that anymore, if I'm not mistaken. They might. It's been a while since I've hunted them heavily, but I'm pretty sure that got fixed. But yeah, you used to be able to fast travel just right on top of them, which was hilarious. I remember there was a couple times that I fast traveled on top of them and then one of them attacked me, which was great. Oh, nothing there. I guess they are just taking their sweet time this run. Yeah, still nothing. I suppose jumping to the main menu again could help. Because they're definitely very late. Resetting again might fix that. Yeah, I used to be a little bit more picky too, Kyla, but nowadays I just get a like background image that looks good enough. Like I'll just travel to a certain area on the map and just snap a couple pictures and then just pick from one of those. And then just like cut out the animals and put them over top. No, Briley, no news as of now. Oh, we got a couple here. Alright, well, I think since our red deer... Aaliyah says hi. I think since the red deer are being stubborn, we'll probably just end it there. And Aaliyah needs to go to sleep, so... Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in the next stream. We'll be back, I believe, tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow with another stream and another video. But until then, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for all the support. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace!